Hare Krishna, dear all. Welcome back to my channel. And today we are going to see how to stitch a ruffle skirt tutorial for Jagannath. And you can follow the same thing for Subhadra Mai and Baladev. So this is how the ruffle skirt is going to look like. You can call it as a ruffle skirt or a 3-layered circular skirt. So this is a skirt which is going to be covered fully and it will look like a frock. So the body is going to be covered fully and the design will be seen perfectly. It's not going to be flat. Let's get started. So my Jagannath size is of 6 inches. The waist measurement is 8.5, full length is 3.5 and a base circumference is 11 inches. So I have taken a rectangular piece that is of 12.5 inches. Okay, so I've taken 1 inch extra to fold the sides and get it stitched. So now I've taken for the ruffle, I've taken 2 net fabric, 2 strips of net fabric that is 2 inches width, and the length is up to your choice. You can take 3 times the base measurement or 4 times the base measurement. Now for the golden strip, I've taken again 1.5 inches and I'm going to get it cut. And this is a waistband which I'm going to use. I've taken 9.5 inches, 1 inch extra for folding and stitching it, and the width is going to be 2.5 inches. So now I'm going to stitch the sides of the skirt base fabric. Okay, so you just fold it twice and get it stitched. Follow the same method on the other side also, so that both the raw edges are bounded and stitched. So I'm not stitching the down part because I've taken a selvage side. If you're taking it in a raw edges, then you have to fold it and get it stitched. Since we have taken a rectangular fabric, both the sides are of 12.5 inches. Now we have to reduce it. So we have to reduce it to the waist measurement. So how to reduce it? You take the rectangular fabric, fold it and mark the center. Okay. So after marking the center, from the center you take 2 inches and mark on both the sides. Okay, so you're going to mark 2 inches on both the sides, the upper side and the lower side. So this is from the center. Okay, so then you stitch a dart for 1/2 inch. Okay, so when you stitch a dart for 1/2 inch, we're going to reduce the 11.5 inches fabric to 8.5 inches. So when you stitch it 1/2 inch dart, you follow the same thing on the other side also where you have marked, and you stitch a dart for 1/2 inch, and the length would be 1 to 1.5 inches. So now when you measure it, it is going to reduce to the 8.5 inches. So now this is how it is going to look, and it will be measured after stitching the dart. Now I'm stitching, I'm just giving a running stitch on the golden fabric. I've increased the stitch length and you can just run it over the machine. Pull the bobbin thread and the gathers are formed. So you have to gently pull the bobbin thread so that the gathers are formed. If you pull it too hard, and the thread is going to get cut, and again you have to give a running stitch, redo the work. The base is going to be 11.5 inches, and the up waist part is going to be 8.5 inches. So as I told, fold in the center and give 2 darts. So after the base fabric is formed, you take the frills, the layers. So I've taken the layer here. As I told you earlier, you just pull the bobbin thread gently and you form gathers. So you have to, and it's a note here, you have to pull it gently. The bobbin thread, you have to pull it gently. So I've formed the gathers. The gathers are formed for the first layer. I'm placing it on the base fabric and I'll get it stitched. So I'm placing it an inch above, as you can see, and you get stitched the first layer. So the second layer is going to be the golden fabric, and I'm going to stitch again a 1 inch gap between the first layer and the second layer, and you get it stitched. So I've stitched it here, so you can see here. And the third layer, again you give it and one inch gap, and again you get it stitched. It's a very simple skirt. Over here only the gathers, when you are forming the gathers for the first time, please form it very carefully. Now I'm taking the waistband. I'm placing it on the rough edges of the layers, the third layer, and you get it stitched. You have to cover the rough edge of the layer and the base fabric. So this is how it is going to look like. So over here you can give a dory or you can give a velcro. So I am giving a velcro to join both the ends. So the velcro is going to be one you have to stitch on the upper side of the fabric, and the other one on the lower side, back side of the fabric. So this is the upper one and this is the back side of the fabric. I got it stitched, and it's a very simple and an easy skirt. So it's going to look like a frock. Come, let's try it on our lordships. So this is how it is going to look like. So it will look like a frock, and it is going to look like the 3D effect frock, and it's not going to be a plain skirt where we usually do it. So our Jagannath ji will look very beautiful. So let's see how it looks all around the lordships. So I'm going to gently, you can see it, it's going to cover the whole body. It's going to cover the whole body. Thank you for watching. Hare Krishna. Please do like, share and